Yes, indeed, folks. You're here with me, Total Biscuit on Blue Please, on WOW Radio. That's WCRadio.com. Now, before I go into this section, where I'll be talking about Recruit a Friend, I am going to announce the winner! The winner. I'm just trying to make it easier for you guys, because apparently grammar has gone out the window. The winner of our contest. And the contest specifically was to design us a contest. It's really good. Now, what we had is we got given 11 beta keys to give away. Yes, we've been given a truckload of stuff to give away to you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the stuff so far after our Pass the Torch contest. So we've got this contest coming up right now. Now, the winner of the Designer Contest gets a beta key, and we use their contest to give away 10 more beta keys, which is wonderful, isn't it? What a great idea. I'm not actually sure who came up with it, but they need to be credited for it. It was one of our staff on WOW Radio, so well done to whoever that was. It may have been known-wise, I don't know, but otherwise, a round of applause, yes, very well done. Now, this is the winner of said contest, and the winner is a David Spanton. Yes, indeed, a David Spanton, and his idea was this: create an ad. The idea is simple. You create a 15 to 30 second promo clip, either advertising a WC Radio show or WC Radio in general. It can be serious or funny. The clips can then either be used in spots during the shows while the contest is running. A clause could be added in the entries so that they could even be used after it is ended if they are that good. This creates interest in the show, so it will allow word-of-mouth advertising, and it's like, hey, you should listen to Blue Police tonight because my advert's going to be on there, blah, blah, blah. Hope that's an okay idea. That's from Dave. So I am going to be giving Mr. David Spanton a beta key, and that is going to be the contest that we're going to launch right now. Literally right now. Now, the deadline for this contest is going to be Sunday next week, which would be, let's have a look here, we're currently in the middle of September, so Sunday next week you're looking at the 13th, yeah? 13th, actually that's a Saturday, never mind, 14th, yes, and the winner is going to be announced on Casually Hardcore on the 14th, so you've got until then to create a 15 to 30 second promo clip that either hypes up your favourite WOW Radio show or hypes up WOW Radio in general, and the best 10 ads will be given a beta key. Yes, they will. Now, how do you record these? Well, it's relatively simple. Just get yourself a copy of Audacity. If you go and Google Audacity, now, if you want to know how to spell Audacity, which hopefully you all should know, I'm assuming that you guys, have brain cells to rub together. Audacity is A-U-D-A-City. A-U-D-A-C-I-T-Y. Audacity. Now, that's a free audio recorder, and what you can do is you can try and use that to make the ad. Okay? Or you can use whatever you want, Maybe you want to do a musical ad. Maybe you want to get your band in the studio and actually record a 30-second jingle. Whatever you want. Something cool. Go for it. Why not? Give it a shot. So that's the contest, and of course the prizes available are beta keys, and the best 10 will be receiving beta keys. Yes, they will indeed. And if you want to enter this, you're going to have to email a certain email address, and that is contest@wcradio.com. That is contest@wcradio.com. Feel free to attach or upload your entry to somewhere and link us to us. Anything like that, go for it. That's the Designer Contest, and that's what's going to be going on over the next week, and you can win a beta key. Now, okay. We're pretty much done with that, so we're going to go on to a different subject, and this subject is the Recruit a Friend program. Now, 2 weeks ago, I covered the idea of the Recruit a Friend program in theory, and came to the conclusion that it was a good idea. So, not really to be one that deals too much with theory, I decided to put it into practice. So, I got one of my friends, and we set up new accounts. I used my existing US, and he set up a new US, and we set up the Recruit a Friend. Reasonably easy to do. You just follow certain stages in the account management, and you set it up and you're ready to go. So, and eventually we managed to actually get playing because he was having issues with his US account. So eventually we get playing. And I decide, well, since majors are going to be bloody useless in beta, and they are bloody useless in beta right now, I might add. Seriously, Blizzard, sort it out. Come on, please. I decided I would roll a class that couldn't possibly be nerfed because it can do everything. And that is, of course, the Druid. So I decided to roll up a Druid on a PvP server, and my friend rolled up a Priest. So we had a real hardcore DPS combo going on right there, as you can probably imagine. But so we roll up, and we enter the realm, and we get going. And the first thing we find rather surprising is the fact that our first quest dinged us. Which was kind of ridiculous. And it didn't just ding us, it was like a ding and 3/4 for one quest. We're like, wow, this is pretty crazy. And we discovered we were killing the mobs, and we're like, yeah, we're getting a lot of XP for mobs here. But what we're really getting a lot of XP for is actually quests, and loads. You have no idea. So, in about 3 or 4 play sessions, and I think we've got a grand total play of about 4 hours so far. We're at about level 28, and we're taking it easy. We're chilling. We're going along, and we're just getting stuff done. We're not power leveling. If we were, I'm sure we could have gone an awful lot faster than that, but we're not following any power leveling, guys. We're just kind of doing quests and exploring how the game works with this mechanic, and that's what I'd like to talk about right now, because, to be honest, if you haven't actually played it this way, you will find the whole concept a little bit alien, and it is kind of weird. It really is. It is just a little bit odd. So, let's talk a little bit about it. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the fact, of course, that you don't have to do all the quests. And that, to be honest, for some areas, is a complete godsend. Remember all of those really annoying quests that took ages to do and had really terrible drop rates? I cite as my example, Solvent Spirits, also known as, oh God, where are the crab eyes? Because none of the crabs apparently have eyes. We have an entire beach filled with blind crabs. You can see the guide dogs and coloured sticks from here. That kind of thing. You can avoid it, and you should. You might turn around and say, well, Total Biscuit, surely those grinding quests where you have to kill loads and loads of mobs are really good because of the bonus XP. Well, I'll tell you for a fact and from the start that no, they're actually not. They're really, really not. It is not worth grinding mobs, even though you get a triple XP bonus on mobs. What it is worth doing is skipping those quests entirely and sticking to quests that either give surefire drops, require certain kills, are escort quests, or are fetch and carry quests, FedEx stuff. Now, that gives you loads and loads of XP for doing stuff which is incredibly easy. Now, the amount of time that you spend on the grindy quests is disproportionate to the amount of XP you want to get. It really depends how much you want to rush. To be honest, those quests really don't have much enjoyment for me unless they've got some kind of fancy gimmick going on with them. And let's face it, the vast majority, especially in the old world, really don't. It's like, kill these, they may drop this. Especially in a group of 2, that's even worse, because, of course, until a lot later on, you're usually seeing grindy quests where they're only dropping it for one person. Yeah? Indeed. Even most of the quests in TBC, the grindy quests, only drop the quest items for one person. So you're having to kill at least double the mobs. So it really isn't worth the hassle. Now, take a FedEx quest, for example, and there's a number of interesting things you can do. Cunning things. Yes, indeed. Cunning things. Think about it this way. You want to save some time? Well, one of the features of the Recruit a Friend program is the ability to summon your friend. And you can summon your friend to your location. Now, you can do this once an hour, and it works both ways. Meaning that when your cooldown's currently running, your friend can also summon you. So it's effectively you get 2 summons per hour. Plus your Hearthstone, plus teleports if you're a mage, plus astral recall if you're a shaman, etc, etc. Now, think about it this way. You know what a FedEx quest is, yeah? You know how long a FedEx quest usually takes. Okay, fine. Say you're in a central hub. Send one person to one end, one person to the other. Pick up the quest on one end. Summon to the end of the quest, share the quest, hand it in. Hey, works quite well, at least assuming that you are not carrying some kind of item. If you simply need to go and speak to somebody, that's a really great way of doing it. Now, naturally, if you have to pick up an item from the guy, that doesn't work. Now, there's an interesting thing that you have to note when dealing with the XP bonuses from the Recruit a Friend program with quests. Both of you need to have the quest. It doesn't matter if you both finish it at the same time, but both of you have to have the quest. That means class-specific quests you don't get bonuses for at all, which is kind of disappointing. Now, I can understand why they did it, though. It's to encourage you to quest together. Why give a benefit to people that aren't questing together? If you're doing something on your own, and it's a class-specific quest, or you've done something solo, then that kind of contradicts the entire idea of the program. So, no, you don't get a bonus for that, and that is entirely understandable, and I really don't fault them for it. What you do also have to watch out for is that you're in the same kind of area. They need to be on your mini-map, effectively, for you to get the XP bonus, because there is kind of a short range in which you actually gain the bonus XP, so something to watch out for if you give this a shot. Now, let's talk about the actual effects on the game, because those are the specifics, and those are the little nuances. Now, the first thing that you may notice, certainly when you start leveling up pretty fast, is that you're not going to have enough money for your skills. If you're not doing all your quests, you're not going to have enough money for your skills. It's really that simple. Now, what that does do is open up a rather unique opportunity, especially if you're on a server where you do not have a main. We deliberately rolled on servers where we didn't have mains, because we wanted to start with no safety net. We wanted to go from the beginning and maybe see if we can capture some of that old nostalgia where you actually had to work for your money. And we did that. And it was difficult. It was like, well, to be honest, I'm not going to be able to afford Rejuvenation Rank 2 for the next 4 levels, so I'll take this instead. And maybe specking around particular skills that you've actually got. It's crazy. It's like, I can't afford all my balance skills, so I'm going to spec Feral instead, just because I've got these skills and I should be okay with them. It's kind of amusing, to be honest. And the Druid doesn't really get hit hard, because there's so many skills to actually learn, but what it does do is it makes you value everything you pick up. I mean, you go for crafting straight away. You get your gathering professions, you try and craft stuff that will sell. You mine, you herb, you skin everything you see. You pick up your vendor trash, you sell your vendor trash. You try and play the auction house as much as you can, particularly with greens and valuable patterns and plans that you get. And you take people up on offers for the stupidest things. Really. I'm not kidding. My leveling partner made gold today. You want to know how he made that gold? Someone asked him where something was. And he said, I'm a little bit short on cash. If I give you the answer, can you give me some money? And he did. He earned a gold from that. He earned a gold from giving somebody an answer. We earned a gold from signing a guild charter. And a gold doesn't sound like that much, but at that level, we were at level 8 at the time, that's a big deal. We were able to get all our skills, and afford flight paths and train stuff and get weapons training and stuff like that. That's a big deal at that level. Normally, I'd never even think about signing a guild charter. I've seen people do that. Say, hey, we'll pay you a gold to sign a guild charter. It's like, no, it's not worth my time. But in this case, it's like, wow, this is a unique windfall opportunity right here. It's amazing how perspective changes when you're in that position. It's unique and it interests me very much, and it's something that I actually enjoyed and laughed about, and I'm going to have a memory of that, For me, playing social games like this is all about creating memories and seeing what you can do with your friends and looking back on it and thinking, hey, you know what, that was pretty cool, that was pretty fun, I enjoyed that, or hey, that was really funny, wasn't it? And when it comes to dealing with something like that, and from this perspective where even the most mundane things can actually be a little bit out of the ordinary, you're creating memories right there, and that's good. Now, I'm not alone in liking the Recruit a Friend program, but I'm certainly on one side of the Recruit a Friend debate. I really am. There was a post recently on WoW Insider, who I read very often. It's a very, very good blog, but sometimes some of the commentators make posts which are a little bit odd. Now, this one was by a Natalie Moots, and she said, regarding the Recruit a Friend program, is it a game killer? And I'm going to link this in the channel for you, because I don't really have time to read it out for you, but I'll pick and choose a couple of points. And to be honest, this is not only non-news, but it's also a complete pile of bollocks. Now, this person claims to be a professional in the area of marketing. Now, I suppose I'm a professional in the area of playing the game. So, I suppose, I don't have a marketing degree, but I've been playing the game for a little while, and I've also been playing the Recruit a Friend program, which apparently Miss Moots has not. So, I want to read a couple of these. Some of these lines just seem to be so rhetorical. It's like, as tight as the Blizzard team claims it is, and as much as it professes to act only in the best interest of gameplay, this promotion may have been poorly conceived. Seems like the marketing department had a great idea to accomplish 2 goals: acquire more account holders and encourage current account holders to stay. However, I wonder how well this idea was vetted by the game design team. My guess is not well at all. The point of leveling, at least the way WoW was originally designed, although maybe not so much lately, is to teach the player how to use class skills. You get spells and talents over time, blah blah blah. What happens if you level too quickly? The same thing that happened to me as a Death Knight. You end up having no idea what you're doing, mashing random buttons and crossing your fingers. Pugging instances is hard enough without having to teach level 59 players how to use their spells or wasting all their mana healing because their gear is too low. Although the Recruit a Friend promotion was likely a business response by Blizzard to allay some of the anew and ensuing account closures that has arisen in advance of the Wrath expansion, I wonder how much, not if, it will actually hurt the game. Perhaps they have the metrics to suggest that a promotion of this type will hold enough borderline accounts to combat churn, whatever that means, but I'm not sure if they anticipated counter churn, whatever that means. What is this, an ice cream development? I mean, good lord. It's dairy. I mean, that's what that is. It's pure friggin' dairy. We shall churn the marketing. Yes, we will. Twice churned marketing with chocolate sprinkles. Delicious. I must say that, I'm going to say this right now, we're friends with WoW Insider, but sorry, Natalie, really. Try playing it first before making that kind of comment. I mean, really. If you can't learn your class, Evil on triple XP, you suck! I mean, it's that simple. You really suck. I'm learning Druid, which I've never played before. Learning 3 different playstyles. I'm shifting in and out, doing my heals, going feral, going a little bit of balance here, doing my cat form, doing my tanking, learning all the stuff I've never done before because all I've played is a mage. Doing it at triple speed, and I'm having no problem whatsoever. And I'm not the best player in the world. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, really. You do not have to level at a snail's pace in order to learn a game which is mind-bogglingly easy from the get-go. It is. It is mind-bogglingly easy. There is nothing difficult about this game whatsoever, especially not during leveling up. And the idea that Recruit a Friend is a game killer is the most ridiculous piece of hyperbole I've ever seen. There's the irony for you. Listen to Blue Please here on WoW Radio with myself, Total Biscuit. I'll be right back after this one. It's 1 minute silence. Fish out of water. Enjoy.